Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I am making a cranberry tart. I'm starting off with 12 ounces of whole cranberries, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of orange zest, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1 teaspoon of flour. Now this recipe actually called for pears, but I did not use pears. I just did straight cranberries. So I added a little bit of extra. Maybe I did about 14 ounces or so. If you want to do the same, I would do about 14 to 15 ounces of cranberries. If you want to do the Bartlett pears, it is 2 small Bartlett pears. So I will have the recipe listed down below in case you prefer to do that method. Now, with the cranberry mixture, what you want to do is mix it on the skillet, and you want the cranberries to come to a boil vigorously, then simmer and reduce and heat on the stove for about 6 to 8 minutes, just until they begin to pop, soften, and release some of the juices. You do not want them to become mushy. So once they form some juices and they are nice and soft, they are ready to take off the pan. Put them into a container and into the refrigerator to chill while you are making the dough, which is going to consist of 1 1/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of water, and also 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You want to add all of your dry ingredients into a bowl and mix that together and set that bowl aside. And then you're going to take your butter, your granulated sugar, and your brown sugar. And you can either use a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, or you can do the hand mixer like I did here. You just want to cream your butter and your sugar for about 2 minutes. Then you want to add your vanilla. And then lastly, you're going to add all the dry ingredients and mix together just until things begin to come together, and add 1 tablespoon of water to continue to mix until it no longer it resembles a crumble. You may need to add a little bit more like I did. It depends. You just want to make sure that it comes together, but that it's not dry and that it's also not real sticky. I squeeze a little bit of the dough in my hand and see if it sticks together. Once it does, I know it's ready. Now you want to take your dough and put it into your tart pan. I am using a glass pie dish because I could not find my tart pan to save my life. I don't know where it went. But you just want to take your dough and press it into your tart pan up all around the edges and everything. And once you do that, you want to place the tart pan or your pie tin, whatever you're using, into the freezer for about 15 minutes to get nice and cold, because you want the butter that's in your dough to get chilled. And by the time this comes out of the freezer, your cranberry filling should be nice and chilled and ready to fill in the pie crust. Now, the original recipe says to bake at 350 for 1 hour, turning the tart halfway in between. Now, I found that it only took me 30 minutes. So every oven is different. I would check your tart at about 20 to 25 minutes and decide whether it needs more time or not. You can tell when it's done when you kind of shake the tart pan and the inside is not real jiggly, it's on the firmer side. Once it comes out of the oven, allow the tart to cool completely to room temperature, then place in the refrigerator covered with plastic to completely chill. I forgot to mention, if you are using a tart pan, you should use one with a removable bottom. I apologize. I lost the footage of me taking this out of the oven and showing you guys. I was getting ready for a big event that I was doing as a vendor, so I was making video after video after video for you guys, and somehow I lost some of the footage, so I apologize for that, but this is what it should look like before it goes into the oven. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, even though you didn't see the finished product. I will see you all in the next one.